Okay, this is fucking weird because the last time I've done a video was about, I don't know, a year and a half ago. I don't fucking know, but long time ago. So I had a question from someone that I'm getting a hell of a lot. Now, these are from people that have been YouTube subscribers or whatever, or follow me for a long time. So I feel like the best thing to do is just make a video about it. Not sure how many views, how many whatever I'm gonna get. I don't really give a shit. I'm just answering to the however many people that have asked me the same question about my current job. Okay, so the question is from, I'll say it, Bulldog, because you inspired me to do this video. I keep saying I'm going to make loads of videos, blah, 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 I never do. But Bulldog07, so he put, alright mate, long time follower of yours and James, used to watch the old AJ back in the day, thank you very much. He said he's out of a job at the moment, just wondered if you could give me some advice about what your career is all about, how it works and what you actually do, etc. Any advice would be appreciated. So, long story short, if you go on to my Instagram, it obviously has the title of recruitment consultant. So it is what it says on the tin. But basically I didn't know anything about what a recruitment consultant was, what they did. Obviously I knew it was about finding people jobs, but that was kind of as little information as I had on it. So if you are too lazy to do your own research like I had to do, then that's why I'm making this video. So I'm just going to tell you the basics on how to start out. So what I would do if you are looking to get into sales or recruitment, I would say with any sales job, recruitment is probably the better one to start with, because it is known as one of the hardest sales jobs, because you're dealing with people. So the basics of it are you are literally finding jobs and putting skilled people into them. That is the basics of what you're doing. So as you know, with a product, when you sell a product, it is what it is. You describe it, you sell it, they get the product and they get what they expect. However, when you're trying to sell people, it's not as easy to sell a person, because, for example, they might not turn up to an interview, they might not turn out to be the person who you said they are when you're trying to sell them on the phone. So there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just finding a person a job, you getting your commission and you run away. No. So what I would recommend for anyone that's kind of looking to start up in recruitment, you've got your kind of big recruitment agencies like your Michael Page, Hayes, Pertemps, those kind of agencies. They will provide really good training for starting up. I mean, there are smaller businesses like the business I'm with at the moment. They're a great business if you are or have already got experience on the 360 side anyway, which is the full sales role. You've got 180 recruitment and 360 recruitment. Again, not going to go into too much detail now. If you want to know what it is, Google it. If you're a 360 recruitment consultant, maybe a smaller agency that doesn't provide the training, won't be as good for you if you're just starting out. So I'd recommend looking for a trainee recruitment consultant with a business that are established, a large organisation that in the interview process will explain that they will provide a week's intensive training, because that's exactly what I got when I started out at RockSearch. Following on from that, potential money you could earn. So in my first, I'm not going to say exact figures, but in my first year, the basic salary of a trainee recruitment consultant is about 18 grand a year. Obviously when you get promoted to consultant, after you've done a few deals, etc., it goes up to around 21. But I reckon, I worked a year at RockSearch, I probably made about 5 placements. There's permanent roles and contract roles. I was strictly permanent. I probably 26 to 27 grand in my first year. Probably more 26 grand in my first year. Again, I don't know exact figures, I'm just working off the top of my head. In my last year and a half since joining Outsource, I basically moved on to a new market within logistics, something they hadn't done in the business before. So it's a bit of a challenge for me going into it, but I've always known in my own mind that if I set my mind to do something, I'll do it. Like I've always had that kind of mindset. And in the last year and a half, I would say, from May last year to this May, on my tax, basically your P60, whatever it's called, it tells you how much you've earned. I was pushing nearly 50k in my first year, which for me Never thought I would earn that in my life. You know, it's like I said, if you're looking for a job where, because recruitment, you run it as almost like your own business, although you're employed, you know, your desk is yours and you do run it as almost like your own business. So you're in your own, you've got your own kind of monthly pay rises in your own hands, if that makes sense. The harder you work, the more you get out of it, which is why I would never go into another job that's not commission based ever again, because in recruitment you actually get kind of rewarded for, you know, doing the extra work, staying the extra hour. You know, I mean, that can make the difference between, you know, nothing and then £1,000 commission for a placement. So this year I'm hoping to do obviously more than that. I've been consistent every month, kind of putting deals on the board, which is great. And obviously people are starting to message me because they're seeing me buying designer clothes or new car or all these holidays to Dubai and Cuba, whatever. I mean, that's all kind of, again, that doesn't mean I'm absolutely loaded. You know, people might not want to do that. They might want to put it in savings, you know, put stuff down for a mortgage. But at the end of the day, at the moment, I've just been enjoying myself because I've never really had money to play with up until this point. When I was a PT, I was probably earning maximum £1,100 a month or whatever. So now I'm, you know, working hard, busting my nut, trying to earn the money. Why not enjoy it? So that's what I've been doing. Some people disagree and say, oh, you know, you're a prick, you know, wearing all this Gucci this, Gucci that. But at the end of the day, couldn't really give a fuck. I'm just, like I said, enjoying myself. I'm not doing any harm to anyone. So, and I've never really had the chance to do it. So, you know, I would highly recommend, if you want to get into recruitment, you know, message me on Instagram, Snapchat. I've been helping loads of people. I actually have helped a guy get a job. Sorry, I can't remember your name if you're watching this. But he asked about recruitment. I gave him loads of advice. He's now done in a training recruitment consultant role, big organisation, done his training, and he's set for his new career within recruitment. So I would highly recommend it. You know what I mean? You don't have to have any qualifications, any certain experience, just motivation, drive, and want to earn shitloads of cash. That's basically it. So I know this is a really basic video. I can go into more depth about certain bits if people request it, but if not, hope you enjoyed.